Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. This is for educational purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho 4. This is all strictly my opinions. Allegedly, pay attention to this picture here. On the left hand side, you see number 9 giving the gesture to number 8 who's standing in front of him that he's going to put Maddie to sleep. That is very important because the coroner, Kathy Macbeth, said that the autopsy is not relevant, which I believe it's very relevant. What was their last meal? What was in their stomach before they were unalived? May they rest in peace. Number 9, clearly he's saying he's going to put Maddie to sleep. Pay attention to this guy with the long hair, Aiden, I believe. I believe he's talking on his Apple Watch phone. In this picture, you clearly see number 9 putting something in Maddie's mouth. You can see his hand. You can see his hand inside Maddie's mouth. May she rest in peace. What did he put inside her mouth? He already said he was going to put her to sleep, and Maddie went to whisper something in his ear. So Maddie was aware of whatever was put in her mouth. Look at the group, the crowd, how they're looking at her. Kaylee is distracted by that girl who walks in, a friend from the sorority. You can clearly see what number 9 is doing. Look at his hand and look at Maddie's mouth. Let me take it closer to the picture. You can see it there. So what did number 9 put in Maddie's mouth? It's a very important question. How come all of these people here haven't been investigated? Pay attention to the guy with the black jacket, black pants, and the grey Nike hoodie. I don't know what he's carrying, but he's carrying something in his Nike hoodie. Because you can see the sorry stomach. Do you see what I see, guys? It's just bulging out. Was all this pre-planned, is my question. Those 3 are from the Sigma Chi. As soon as Maddie and Kaylee enter, they turn their backs away from the cashier and they look at the mirror, the window. They didn't want Maddie and Kaylee to see them, but they nod their head to Showalter. Quite strange. It was part of the plan for number 9 to put something in Maddie's mouth, and Maddie did not refuse it. So there was definitely rugs going on in the school with the frats. I don't mean rugs from outside. Maybe obviously they were getting it from some kind of organization, but this was all to do with the college students. What is this group doing? Are they texting each other? The one behind looks like one of the bosses. The way when he walks in, everything changes. Everyone looks at him and starts whispering to each other. I believe he and Shawalter are texting each other, because you see one text and then you see the other one's action. He waits for the reply. Maddie and Katie are already here. You can see everyone at the GRUB truck. It looks like most of them planned it. They're aware. I want to check Jovito's phone for a minute. This is when the crowd is yelling, Zana, 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 which I showed you from the very beginning. I exposed these pictures first on YouTube very early on the case, and Saeed and the Banfield. There's a reason I always go back to the GRUB truck and Banfield, and if I could, I would have gone into the corner club too, because I believe everything started from there. But it's interesting that Jovito is watching these pictures. I know they're blurry, but still, they're questionable. Why were they all taking out their phone devices at the same time, watching these pictures, until I showed you when the crowd was yelling, Zana, Zana. After me, I believe Jeff H. and Bubbly Waters made the same clips too. But I'm still analyzing these pictures. I haven't moved on from the GRUB truck and Banfield for a very important reason. I believe that they could have been the ones to explain to the police what they were watching, if it was a live stream, if it was something on Snapchat like a group chat, if it was a dark web. They could have confiscated all their phones like Jovito, Saeed on the Banfield, and the 3 boys on Banfield, and this group watching Zana and Ethan, I believe. So what is this man watching? This is what Jovito is watching on his phone. It looks like Ethan sitting in the sitting position. You can see red liquid. I wonder if there is 2 people. The other person is Zana. The white blue thing is the reflection from Jovito's phone. I find this to be really interesting. What is he watching? This was when the crowd was yelling, Zana, Zana, Zana. Let's go. Ethan. Although it's blurry, you can actually see people on the floor. Was it Ethan's red liquid that was flowing out of the house? Because look at how, trigger warning, the red liquid is on the floor. It's pouring out. All I've done is zoom in to what Jovito is watching. And you can do the same. Find this to be concerning. Now these three, I believe that's David Lodge and his 2 friends, were the ones at the GRUB truck. Remember the one in the blue, because he's the one who's carrying a large machete. Look at the white truck. Could that be the white truck that was used that day? We saw a white truck driving towards the corner club. when Maddie, Kaylee, and Shawalter was walking. Sorry guys, I apologize. I'm under the weather. You can hear that from my voice. I'm sure you'll have seen my clip from today. My eyes, my nose, I'm just under a bad flu and I have allergic reactions, especially with my eyes and my nose. I keep on sneezing, but thank God I've got my medications. So I'm under them till I get better. So I really do apologize. I do look tired. My eyes are red, my nose is red. But coming back to this, I find this really important. This guy in the blue, pay attention to him. All three of them, in fact, because they're the ones at the GRUB truck. That's why I believe the 4chan makes a lot of sense. But it's not only the Sigma Chi fraternity boys, it's the Jacks, Adam, allegedly, and many others. I believe money, drugs, crime of passion, everything is involved. Those are the three guys I just showed you. The one with the blue t-shirt that I showed you, sitting on top of the truck, is the one with the black beanie hat, gray jumper, jeans, a belt, black belt, and he has a long machete. The other one in front of him is David Lodge, I believe, allegedly. And then there's the other third brother of theirs from the Sigma Chi, their brotherhood. Maddie looked like she saw a ghost when she saw them collecting the food. And they turned their faces towards that window behind where Maddie and Kaylee entered. They were trying to avoid the cameras, and you can clearly see that this young man is carrying. I'm surprised that nobody's talking about it, because I find this to be major. These are past red flags people are carrying at the GRUB truck, and I've been showing this for a long time. Just like I showed you all the crowd yelling Zana's name and the picture Saeed was watching. I kept on saying from the beginning, Kaylee is in the sitting position. But nobody believed me till her father and mother came and actually said it. So I don't know why all this hasn't been investigated. You have people who are carrying large machetes here. This isn't normal. You have students running away from the undercover police and saying that they thought they were fake cops. And they weren't far from the crime scene. These crimes happen between 3 to 4. In fact, between 2:30 to 3:15. Why is he carrying a machete? I believe these three are definitely involved in the unalivings of the students, because one is clearly carrying a large machete, and that's a weapon. The same time Jovito is watching the pictures and the crowd is yelling Zana, is the same time Saeed S is watching these pictures in front of the undercover police. So they all were watching these pictures around 2:20. Sorry, 2:50, 2:54, when the band feed stop started. That's why I believe Ethan and Zana were unalived before Kaylee and Maddie. These are not normal pictures. Look at the guy in the mask below. He has on a white hoodie. Shawalter has on a white hoodie. allegedly at the GRUB truck, he could have just wore a white mask. Or could that be Beaky? These are their own pictures that they're watching. And when people say they're blurry, they're not. You can clearly see, especially Saeed's one, where he's watching. So who's the masked man? And why is DM saying the masked man had on a black mask and black clothing? It is the opposite. The masked man had on a white mask. Look at his eyes. And there wasn't only one suspect, there were many suspects, because there were 3 unidentified male DNAs found in the crime scene. In fact, more. The glove was outside. There was one on the Good Vibes picture. There was one, the blood on the railing that we found out now. There was the shoe, the diamond pattern shape shoe, the Vans. One of the boys at Banfield was wearing Vans too. Let's think. Saeed is watching this. This person has on a white hoodie and a white mask. Why is DM saying that the person had bushy eyebrows? You can't see this person's eyebrows. And she said the person was 5'11" or 5'10". Why didn't she say the person had white mask and a white hoodie? Was she working with them? Allegedly. Who is this person? This person has completely white on. And DM said she wasn't sure if she's awake or dreaming. So she could have seen somebody with white. This is something else I wanted to share with you all again. Hoodie guy is carrying something in his jacket. We can clearly see that. Something long and sharp. I don't know what it is, but this is the second person carrying something. The first person was carrying a long machete, and this person is carrying something else. Isn't all that red flags in this case? And then people tell me, why are you so busy with the Banfield and the GRUB truck? Because all the evidence, all the 3 unidentified male DNAs and more are the people from the GRUB truck and Banfield and the Corner Club. What is he carrying? And look at his eyes. Showalter looked like he really wanted to go home with the girls or escort them, and they didn't want that. I wonder why. Is it because Kaylee got him kicked out of the Corner Club? Maybe he's the stalker Kaylee was talking about. He harasses women. This is not the first time. The woman that worked with him at Flatbread in Boise complained that she had to slap him to get him out of her way. She said he's always rude and disrespectful to females. She said he's very aggressive. He's a skill hunter. And he has K-bars. He's practically the neighbor. Hoodie guy left town after 2 a.m. Is there any evidence that he drove to his family? He comes from a well-known, respected family in Boise, Idaho. Could he be the reason that this case is so covered and shush? Just my opinion. Not only is his family doctors and surgeons, his mother, his father, and his 2 brothers, his uncle is allegedly a district attorney. or was, in Idaho, Moscow. Sorry, in Idaho, Boise. He went to the same high school with DM. I believe Hoodie Guy is a very important person in this case. He had motives, he has targets. We saw the girls were literally ditching him. They ditched him at the GRUB truck. And he wasn't happy about that. This is whatever he's carrying. So how many people were carrying? At least I can count up 4 to 5. And I showed you 3. The one with the grey Nike, the one with the beanie hat with David Lodge, and Hoodie Guy. That's 3. I'll show you all more another day, very soon, because there are so many of them that are carrying. It's sick to watch it. It's heartbreaking. But I want to expose the truth. It needs to come out. It's not far from what we think. I'm not just accusing the frats. I believe, allegedly, that they're involved. Let's not forget, the police were struggling with the timeline of Ethan and Xana. So where did Shawalter go that night? Was he full of anger and rage? Ethan got him kicked out of his frat. And the frats is part of their life, literally, in the colleges. That's where they get their respect, their company. They feel like they're part of a family, a sacred, secret society. And he was not allowed to be there anymore. And then he goes to the corner club and Kaylee gets him kicked out because he was harassing her. He must have waited outside, and when the girls came outside, he walked along with them, and that is when he tells Maddie, "You know we are going to get you, Maddie." And she says, Kaylee says to Maddie, "Maddie, what did you tell Adam?" And Maddie said, "I told Adam everything." So he already passed the threat and he said, "You know we are going to get you, Maddie." And guess what? He got Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, and Xana. A threat was passed that's serious by law. The Sigma Chi fraternity or the Sigma Chi some of them disliked Ethan, the Davids. They felt like he was getting disobedient. He was a freshman, and they were seniors. David Lodge wanted Xana for himself. So that's another motive and targets. Something happened at the fraternity party that led to the unalivings of these 4 beautiful souls. It's heartbreaking. This is next to Jack D's house. Look at how many cars are parked there. It could be Hyundai Elantras. It's a black SUV. Wonder if it's a BM. Wonder if that's the one Inan Hush saw. I believe on the left-hand side, this white car is a Hyundai Elantra. And you can see that nice black Jeep. I wonder if that is the car Inan actually saw. So you have one white car here, and you have some at the parking place. This is strange. This was the day of the unalivings. There were many cars parked near Jack D's residence. Many white sedans. I still can't get over this picture. I'm shocked. He's carrying a long machete. And he's from the Sigma Chi. I wonder if he had anything to do with the couple's demise. These people are carrying. This is not even blurry. He's carrying it on his belt. And the more I zoom in, the clearer it gets. It is the same. He's carrying a long machete. The one who's carrying the long machete is the one in the light blue at the corner. The one drinking the beer is David Lodge, and the other one is the third guy. All three of them were at the GRUB truck carrying, especially the short one with the blue. He was the one carrying the long machete in his belt. I wonder if this white truck was used. I wonder if this was the truck that was roaming around the corner club. This picture is from Halloween, October 31st, 2022. That is 2 weeks, 13 days before the quadruples happened. Maddie put this up in her social media. Pay attention to what is written. Use this if you're gay. Jaden. I believe Jaden is Jaden Smith because he wears all these weird clothes. He dresses like a girl, and it's kind of interesting because Dylan Mortensen is supposed to be, allegedly, a boy who is a female now. Allegedly. So I believe this joke was passed to her. Use this if you're gay, Jaden. Why would Maddie put this up on the Instagram, or on a TikTok, and she never took it down? Imagine the humiliation and the embarrassment DM feels. Maddie sitting on her lap. I don't think that they're staging an act. I think this was real. You can see Zana's on a phone device. Maddie is sitting on DM's lap, and that doesn't look good at all. DM looks like she's in pain. She doesn't look like she wants whatever is being shoved in her mouth. Let's be honest. Something could have happened in Halloween that made DM even get involved in the pre-planning. She must have just opened the doors for them, locked her room, heard everything happening, texting, calling the roommates. Obviously they didn't pick up, and she must have known what was going on. And then she called and texted Bethany Funk. Pay attention. Although Maddie changed the picture, she still left the note. Use this if you're gay, Jaden. And look at DM. She doesn't look happy at all. She looks really sad, distressed, bullied, maybe. Put in a room by herself, maybe. There's many ways you can interpret it. It could just be a friendly picture that they were doing an act, but I doubt. Use this if you're gay, Jaden. And we know that DM is, y'all know, DM. DM went and visited Kaylee at her house before Kaylee came to show off her car to her friends and Maddie. Why would DM put all that energy in going to Kaylee's place? Were they close friends, or was she sent to get more information because Kaylee was studying from home for a month? I find that to be interesting. These quadruples couldn't have happened without Kaylee. Kaylee had to be present. That's what I believe. That's why it happened that day. Is this the reason that they demolished the house? Area where 4 University of Idaho students were unalived was known to be the party spot. Taxi driver says that's where people go to get rugs. And this taxi driver told the news in Idaho. So 1122 Kings Road was a party spot. It was a party hub. It was a rug hub. Bethany Funk was selling COKE and CRACK and pills. Allegedly. You can see all the transaction on her Venmos. So if they were selling rugs, it could make sense why BK was there 12 times. Or 13 times the last time, if you count that. And if he knows one of the surviving roommates, like Bethany Funk, then that's it. These people were all playing with knives from the very beginning. You can see the Sigma Chi frat on the right, and you can see DM with the large one. I heard a YouTube creator saying that DM's picture is fake. It's absolutely not fake. It was on DM's social media. So maybe you need to have a talk with DM. If you were there in the beginning of the case, you would have known. You can see literally DM's hand, and she's holding the knife. People don't have time to go and edit such crap. I think we're already shocked with the nonsense catching them with such pictures. So why would somebody go and fake such pictures? This is real what you see, and I'm just trying to show you all the behavior patterns in their college. This was the masked person. Sorry guys, this was the masked person that was seen that night at 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. The Geo Snapchat picture that was going around. He had on a green, dark green, military color green hoodie jacket. Look at the lips and look at the picture next to the picture in the mask. That is DM. So many people are trying to compare these two pictures and say that it's DM. It could be possible. The person with the mask has a swollen mouth. And let's not forget, Zana, Ethan, and Kaylee allegedly defended themselves. So the person could have got a punch on the nose and mouth. Just say. This is the original picture. And you can see his lips are swollen. So could this have been DM? Could this have been Maddie's boyfriend Jake? Could this have been Jack D? Could it have been one of the Davids? I wonder if he was one of the 4 figures. But this picture was taken by Geo Snapchat. He has bruises, he has red stains. DM was with Queen Kelly that night, allegedly. Although he says he's never sat a foot in Idaho, Moscow. People are saying he was there. He and DM and Quinn took pictures on VSOP and they put it on private. So the rumors in the beginning was this was DM and her boyfriend. But this picture was taken that night. What if this destroyed Dylan? Then Maddie wouldn't take it down. This was on Halloween. Why would Maddie put this up? Everyone was watching her humiliating DM. DM must have been embarrassed. So could DM have got involved in these crimes? She has been bullied, allegedly. And it was said in the beginning that Maddie and Kaylee were mean girls. God forbid. May they rest in peace. I'm just trying to find the connection. Who could have done what? Use this if you're gay, Jaden. And you can imagine if DM is gay, she has the rights. Imagine what she's going through. And if this was put up on Maddie's front page and people are watching, then that's sad for DM. 18K people watched it and put a heart. 1,331,000, I don't know, liked it? But you don't understand what I mean. So this was serious. This could have led to what happened. And I believe there were many people involved. The surviving roommates, allegedly the Jacks, Adam, the Davids, Sigma Chi Fraternity. I'm not just saying names. They're all allegedly involved in this, in my opinion. So let's not look at the beautiful pictures and just think that everything was fine inside the house. I don't think it was. Bethany Funk was dealing, COKE, allegedly, on her Venmos. Maddie and Kaylee are connected to the Hannah Clee. And if DM is being bullied, then that's another case. DM and Bethany Funk were texting each other, and they were calling their roommates while the unalivings was happening instead of calling 911. They didn't call the cops for 8 hours because Bethany Funk had drugs inside the house. That's why DM was hallucinating, allegedly. She wasn't sure if she was dreaming or she was awake. I don't blame her for that, but I believe there's something more to that. Like Chief Fry said, the surviving roommates, I never said they were witnesses, they were just there. Imagine the chief saying that. They were just there. When did they become witnesses? DM is saying she saw somebody in black. No, darling, you saw someone in white. Because Saeed is watching those pictures. These boys are all hunters. They're all skilled, professional sportsmen. Sigma Chi Fraternity had beef with Ethan and Zana. Just David Lodge and David B. There's David Lodge with his drink in his hand. And the one sitting next to him is the one carrying the large machete at the GRUB truck. These are people who are skilled in knives, I believe, in my opinion. Zano. Only on Santa's land. Eating, let's go. Santa. Now is that Zana and E what Jovito's watching? This is the clearest picture I could get from Jovito's phone device. This was what he was watching when the crowd was yelling, Zana, Zana. And they're saying, Ethan, let's go, let's go. That looks like Ethan to me on the floor. What do y'all think, guys? You can see the red liquid flowing. I wouldn't have shown y'all if I didn't think it was important. Should have said trigger warning. I apologize. But I showed you what Saeed was watching on his phone with the man with the white mask. DM said the person who had black mask, that was a lie. And watch what Jovito's watching. It's sad. It breaks my heart. But I don't see BK in any of these pictures yet. And I'm still going through the pictures, although they're blurry. But this is quite clear what he's watching, Jovito. This is the shoes the officers were taking out to the van. You can see it has red liquid in it. And that's a Vans shoe. Could this be the shoe print that the police found in front of Dylan's door? Thanks for your time. I've showed you all people who are carrying from the Sigma Chi fraternity. I've showed you all hoodie guy carrying something in his jacket. I've shown you all the other two guys. So I've shown you all 4 people carrying large knives, etc. I've shown you all the pictures Jovito was watching and Saeed was watching. I've shown you all the crowd yelling Zana's name and Ethan's name. I believe the aftermath of what happened was what Jovito was watching on the phone and the crowd. They're watching it live. Please let me know what y'all think. Please like, share and subscribe.